I'm at my limit for today, and you know what? I'm just gonna game to enjoy myself at this rate. This game's been very enjoyable. At this point, I need to drink to forget. I've hit the limit of my everything. Okay. Nothing else there? Good. Good. At this rate, I might actually just stream this separately for multiplayer at some point.
Upon yet another dangerous
Just
path.
ask around, see if people would be
Lead
interested.
the apprentices to
This is
Parchment.
pretty fun, actually. Likely it'd be more hectic with more people. Again, this game does support both couch co-op and also online online co-op. So yeah. Sorry. Plop that down there. I believe it's not just on Steam, but also like Switch and whatnot. Okay, see you in a bit. So if it's an interest, then by all means, pick it up. I think it's actually on sale currently for a reduced price. I don't remember what that reduced price is. I want to say it was like 30% off or something, but even then, better than nothing. And it's a relatively cheap game too. It's like $15, I believe. Oh boy. Drop that down. Is that a wyvern? That's an electrical wyvern. That's amazing. Just whack everything along the way. Seriously? Complete the game? Alright, fine. In the meantime... You know what? Elemental resistance at this rate. I need something to help me defensively. You. There we are. And now you three. Can't exactly deal with you via field attack, since you're death element. So that means I'm just gonna need to have you kill yourselves? I mean, I'll take it. That there. Crap. Can I noodle a spell back there? Evidently not, because you're immune to fire via this aura. Drop that. That works. Heal. Or something stupid happens. Evidently, me doing anything. At least doing anything today. Like, today's not even over with. Today only began for me. Today's only just begun for me, and I want it to be done with. I hate today. You a bunch. send out Tesla. Gonna need to heal. You're immune. Get over here. That's what I thought. A bit over here. Yeah, so it gives me something to talk about. Today absolutely sucks. For context, well, coronavirus sucks, period, but even then, we've lost a bit of income in the household, and that's put a lot of stress on everyone. But because my sister and I are making money, there's a little bit of money now, even if it's tiny amounts for each. Well, for me at least, it's tiny amounts since I'm only working part-time. And for my sister, she's working on a contract, which will be ending soon, actually. Then the both of us figure, okay, for a couple months, we'll buy something to just keep us all relaxed and help us enjoy the world a little better, because it's absolutely terrible. Today is my day to order something for everyone else to eat. You know, essentially just buy a meal for everyone. And I'm dropping the ball because I'm panicking over everything. I'm consistently over-focused on trying to satisfy everyone. I'm biting off more than I can chew.
I'll save us.
But honestly, that's just been my entire life. Being pushed into situations that are beyond my reasonable ability, and I just have to deal with it. Hell, this entire year... Well, this entire year's been hard on everyone. I'll just be blunt on that. For me, it's been one of my unluckiest, because Corona, family gets sick with Corona, I have a diagnosis now for arthritis, which means constant pain, constant stiffness, constant irritability, and despite all that, I'm doing everything that I'm doing for free. Because I want to. I've always wanted to try being an entertainer like this, and it's fun. I like it. Except for the moments when everything just tears apart at the seams, like today. Because then everything just devolves into chaos, and, well, I like things to be a bit more orderly than that. I can cope with stress somewhat well, but coronavirus has consistently... The coronavirus, arthritis, and the constant struggle to find full-time work, let alone have enough money to pay for surgery for my hips. It's a lot. And well, full blunt, I honestly think I'm just bad at being an adult. Kinda depressing, I know, all of this, but I've essentially lived my entire life fighting for tiny rewards, and consistently never getting them.
Oh, whoa, a new staff for me.
Little seems to go my way, and even the little things that do, it's only temporary. I mean, hell, I have a book ready to be published, but I don't have the money to hire an editor. I don't have the anything. I don't have the name to make sure it sells. I don't have anything really, except for a completed work. And even then, I still need to get down to editing it to edit myself at some point. Edit it myself at some point. Considering the chances of me finding an editor who'd be willing to do it are low. It's a neat. It's fiction that refers to something somewhat niche, and even then, I'm pretty sure, while I'm a decent writer, at least, or at least I think of myself as a decent writer. Maybe it's just a lack of self-confidence and whatnot, but I don't feel like people will enjoy it. Because it's not exactly a story where the good guys win, the bad guys lose, and everyone goes home happy. It's a tragedy, essentially. The story is a tragedy, in many respects. Because nothing seems to go the way for the characters, and even in the moments when it does, it's for brief moments at a time. They live in a crapsack world that just doesn't support them, and well, kind of like me, they struggle to keep the littlest of things, and even then are unable to do so. Take this as a means of me plugging my work for people who'd be interested. Take this as just idle conversation. But look up the demo I have on DeviantArt for Guy in War Stories. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in. I know it's been interesting for me making it. It's also been a struggle to make it, too. And again, the little demo that I have up there is only like 2 chapters of an 11-chapter work. Well, I say 11 chapters, but that's not exactly true, considering it also has a whole bunch of lore material within it, too. I'm considering doing some extra artwork on top of the character bios and whatnot that I've already done. And as much as I love the work and everything that's gone into it,
hopefully not on the bottom of the icy river.
I'm pretty sure that people won't enjoy it. And as a result, I've been scared to even put it on DeviantArt. It took a lot of courage, actually, to consider doing all of this. And hell, it takes a lot of courage to just go up here and try to talk about something, let alone be entertaining. I recognize that, because I recognize that since the day I first looked at YouTube videos. The days when I looked at YouTubers like Slim Kirby and Sugar Conroy. I still do, even. And nowadays, Sathorvin, Tear of Grace. Hell, I believe I've mentioned already that my Starbound series is lightly inspired by TechWorks and Captain Southbird, I believe his name was. And their little series with Bird and Fox. Or should I say, It's a Mieh and Phaedra Shar. I still can't believe that's their canon names now. And
Chilling winds
yeah.
bit the aspiring wizard's rosy
God damn it.
cheeks on top of the Lorna-lit hills.
At this point, I just wish that I could potentially be as entertaining as them. Because, for me at least, my life is railroaded. Or, it feels that way. It's kind of why it's kind of why I based my whole existence around the story I call One Soul Fragmented. Hell, I'm still writing that one, actually. Currently I've got a couple chapters up. Maybe when that gets to about halfway to completion, I'll consider publicly releasing it as a free product. But for right now, it's still in the works. It's gonna be taking quite a while for me to finish it. Because it's a somewhat lengthy project, and at that, it's also not necessarily the happiest of works. I won't spoil my entire plans for that work, because they're somewhat well detailed. They're somewhat well detailed in my head, and I'll always what I've got. But I can at least say one thing about it. In the future in which it actually gets released. Not just that it's not that the work won't have a happy ending for one of the characters at least, but also that it's semi-dark fiction, I guess I could say. Semi-dark sci-fi fiction where people's memories and perceptions of the world become real-world people. that. And I think I can drop one more. There we are. If at some point in the future I decide to open like a tip jar or whatnot, likely I will just leave it as a tip jar. I won't push people to donate if they don't want to. I won't push people to donate if they are financially struggling themselves. It's literally just to say, hey, I appreciate what you're doing, and I hope you can continue this in the future. I don't plan to make a living off of Twitch and whatnot. I would honestly rather have a stable career than that's difficult for someone like me with a whole bunch of confidence issues and fractured hopes and dreams.
I feel like we're being watched. Oh, by something vicious and dangerous.
I wonder whether it is. On the bright side of all this, death magic has been fairly useful at chipping this guy down from a distance, especially with all the walls he's putting up. The electricity seems to be the better damage dealer, all things considered. Drop that. Are. Ice you for a bit. Heal and drop back. I wish I had a second lob spell, thinking about it. Maybe I'd be a bit better at dealing damage if I actually had two different methods of lobbing spells as opposed to just relying on death. Because don't get me wrong, death magic is powerful and all, but in the moments when death would be useful, I'd like to have a second lob spell that I could just create more damage fields. Are. Nice. Just keep moving. Drop that there. Oh good, I hit him. Good. Throw out some electricity. Throw out some fire. Throw out some ice. Fling out that death field. Is it just me, or does the electricity spell use up mana a lot faster than the fire one does? And drop that there. Crap. Fell too panicky on the spells there.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, teamwork when there's only one of me. That sounds like teamwork, alright. I'm an army of one. Might be like that forever.
Who am I? I am a champion!
So let's see what we've got here. Ice Nova, Steel Heal, and Lightning Wave. I feel like the leeching spell would be cool. And let's see here. Slightly better healing power, I think, would be better. By the look of it, I can carry up to 9 spells? That's kind of cool, actually. Gonna take a bit until I'm able to get that many, but hey.
One of the instructors at the Astral Academy told me I'm gifted. She said I should show my mettle, and now I am. I hope I'm not overdoing this initiative-taking thing.
There we are. Heal you from a safe distance. Oh! Where did that come from? Answer you. Ugh. Let's focus on freezing you. Deal with you quick. I can slow you. Okay, I can freeze you, it just takes a lot. I guess you have some innate resistance. Huzzah! Nice to have a bullet type spell that's death element. Or at least I think Steel Heal is death element.